Lincolnshire also, and also for London and the southeast. So here we're probably going to see higher levels of pollen for today, moderate elsewhere, and especially low across western areas, especially so in the southwest as the winds come in from a westerly direction for today.
Claritin sponsors the Sky News Pollen Report.
Hello there, good morning. Sky News Sunrise on a Wednesday morning. Thank you for your company. Showbiz legend coming up now. This guy, famous for his role as a stand-up comedian and a television host. But Leno, boy, does he love cars. He's been called the world's greatest car collector. He's at the Jaguar factory in Castle Bromwich in Birmingham, where he is spending this morning. And Jay, it's great to talk to you. What are you doing there? Why Jaguar?
Well, I'm here because, you know, Jaguar is the car that sort of got me interested in cars. When I was 9 years old, I saw this XK120. I lived in a little town. You didn't see cars like that. And I was transfixed, and this man saw me and motioned to me. He said, "Would you like to sit in it?" And I said, "Would I like to sit in it?" Oh, my God. So like imprinting on a duck, I've been in love with that car ever since. And, of course, the first car I bought when I could afford it was an XK120 Jag in 1954. So I've come back to the ancestral home here to sort of to visit the lineage.
The lineage, you make it sound like royalty. It is fantastic. Even the way you say it, Jaguar. You give it a whole new impetus there, which is absolutely fantastic. How many cars do you actually own?
Oh, you sound like my wife. There's about 123 cars. But you know, I have about 90 motorcycles, about 123 cars, but it's still cheaper than being Charlie Sheen. Believe me. If you have one wife and 123 cars, it's still less expensive than being Charlie Sheen. So that's the way it works.
No, I could join you. I love cars, and I know what your appreciation is, but my trouble is I'm more a voyeur. I just like to look. Do you like to get up close and dirty with them as well?
As you can see by my outfit, clothes are not necessarily my thing. I'm not here visiting British tailors. I'm visiting British manufacturers. And I'm very excited to just see a lot of the English car companies just coming on strong. I know Jag just had their best year ever in quite a while. And it's exciting to sort of come here. Because when you live in California, this is sort of one of those legendary places. You know, you go back to the Le Mans in the 50s and all that kind of stuff. So there's so much history around this part. Of the country, automotive history, that it's a real thrill for me.
Do you think cars are more boring nowadays? Obviously, they're more technological advanced. They're obviously more dependable, but a lot of the style has gone out of the window.
Well, I think cars are obviously much different now. They have to be built to a certain standard. Before, you could just build what you like. Now, so how many times have you seen a car crushed like a little ball on the side of the road, and there's a guy on his cell phone, yeah, I'm all right, I'm fine, car's destroyed. So I mean, that's the upside of it. But no, I don't think that's necessarily true. I mean, I look at some of the cars coming out of England, the Aston Martin, the Jaguar, the McLaren. These are exciting cars. They're beautifully styled cars. I've got a new XJ myself. I think it's one of the best looking cars on the road. So I don't quite subscribe to that. I mean, I know what you mean. The vintage stuff is different, but it all depends what age group you're in.
Yes, I suppose it does. Talking about the Aston Martin, the Duke and Duchess of Cambridge, of course, when they got married, William and Kate, they tootled about in a lovely little retro Aston Martin, and they're heading to your part of the world. Are they the sort of guests? Would you like to have them on your show?
Yes, I would love to have them on my show. No, I don't want them on. Yes, of course I'd love to have them on the show. Would I like to have them on? No, I'm sorry. We're busy that night. Yes, of course. But that's not going to happen, and you know that's not going to happen. But I did have the next best thing. I had David Beckham and his wife on the show. So, and see, in California, those are about equal royalty-wise. We don't quite understand the royalty thing. So David Beckham and Kate and William, it's kind of similar.
Well, you just blew your chance. Prince William watches this from his operational helicopter base. He watches our programme in the morning. You had your chance. May have missed it there, Jay. We have had another previous guest of yours, though, who's been in touch this morning. Charlotte?
Yes, good morning, Jay. I've got a question here from Piers Morgan, actually, who's watching this morning. He says, ask Jay who is the most inspiring person he's ever interviewed. He says he's met them all, so he'd be fascinated to hear your answer.
Okay, well, we know it's not Piers Morgan. Okay. The most inspiring, well, you know, one of the most inspiring for me was the astronaut John Glenn. Because when I was 12 years old, he circled the Earth, and I had to write a paper on it for school, and I got a C or a C minus. And at the age of 78 or 79, when he went back up in space again, I had him on the program. And I called my 5th grade teacher, and I said, I'm going to interview him. Can I improve on the C minus grade I got back in 1962 by having him on? So I had my teacher watch that night. I interviewed him. He was quite inspiring, and I was upgraded to an A.
Lovely.
My mother was thrilled.
Lovely answer. No disagreeing with that. You come very high in our ratings this morning, if not the top guest ever here on Sunrise. Jay, thank you very much indeed. I know you're a one-man
thank
traffic jam. Not at all. Thank you very much indeed. That's Jay Leno, live from the Jaguar factory in Castle Bromwich. He likes his cars.
123 cars he owns. I can't believe that.
It's even more than me.
It is quite a lot, isn't it?
Very, very good.